Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
President Donald Trump has said that IAEA inspectors will be allowed into Iran's nuclear sites at the appropriate time, contradicting Tehran's claim that no such plans exist. The dispute highlights ongoing differences over nuclear oversight as both sides continue negotiations under the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding.
The US Senate has backed legislation directing President Donald Trump to halt US military action against Iran, the latest rebuke of the Republican president from an increasingly restive Congress. The Senate voted 50-48 in favor of the War Powers resolution. Meanwhile, in a post late night, Trump criticized the vote, calling it poorly timed and meaningless, and accused those who voted in favor of providing comfort to Iran and making his job more difficult.
Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has said that Tehran's missile program was not included in the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding and never will be. Speaking in Islamabad alongside Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir, he said Iran would never negotiate its defense capabilities with any country.
US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has begun a Middle East tour in earnest, seeking to reassure Gulf allies who view concessions in President Donald Trump's Iran deal as too generous to a regional foe. Asked on arrival in Abu Dhabi if he planned to address allies' disquiet with the accord, Rubio told reporters that it most certainly will come up in these discussions. He said they would also discuss issues not covered by the Memorandum of Understanding. He said he would not be asking regional allies to contribute to any reconstruction fund during the trip.
US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said that Iran will not be allowed to charge tolls in the Strait of Hormuz under any final agreement with the US. Talking to reporters in Abu Dhabi after his visits to Kuwait and Bahrain, Rubio said charging tolls on the strait is a violation of international law. The Secretary of State has also been consulting Gulf allies over the Iran deal as concerns grow over concessions to Tehran. Meanwhile, commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz has started showing signs of recovery following the US-Iran memorandum, with traffic rising to more than 20% of pre-war levels. Data indicates oil and fuel shipments are increasing steadily as vessels gradually return to one of the world's most important maritime trade routes.
NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte is set to meet with President Donald Trump at the White House, seeking to ease tensions over the Iran war and US threats to draw down troops in Europe. Rutte, in an interview with Fox News, described the incidents of some NATO members denying US basing and overflight rights for war-related activities as isolated, saying hundreds of US planes took off from US bases across Europe to support Washington's war. NATO spokesperson Alison Hart said Rutte's visit is part of the final preparations for the July summit in Ankara. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.